it on and off, and now it's sounding
all right. We are live with, as Chris is talking about his AC,
It's hot.
Queen and THICKIE Comics 2025 Q3 slate announcement. I'm going to introduce everybody. Let's see if we can give people the full screen, possibly. There we go. I am Pat Shand. I am the president of Space Between Entertainment. We have with us Shannon Lee, who is the editor-in-chief of Space Between.
Hi, guys.
We have Chris Halton, who is the publisher of Space Between.
How's it going, everybody? Hope you're enjoying this hot day.
We have Ralph Tedesco, who is consultant, who is writer of multiple titles, and who owns Black Crow Comics LLC.
Hello.
And we have Chris Moses, who is a writer for us on various titles like Dark Veil, Death Goddess of Cthulhu, and a new announcement today.
What's going on, everybody? Ready to hear some awesome new titles?
All right. We're going to be having periodic guest appearances of Steve. He's going to come into the room, and we're going to give away a comic. So please be ready to comment, answers to some questions.
Nice.
And let's roll into it. This is going to be for the next 3 months of Space Between Entertainment. There were some titles that we didn't announce for the last slate that got pushed up, and we did that in Q2. A few titles that slipped from Q2 to Q3. But now this is our plan moving forward for Q3. The big reveal that we're going to start the stream with is for the last slate announcement, we teased Shopify. We've been selling our comics through Etsy and Kickstarter for quite a long time. And now there's going to be a brand new option that's going to integrate our shop into our website. SpaceBetweenEntertainment.com. You'll be able to buy many of our books, and we're going to be adding more and more variants, store exclusives as time goes on. It's going to be sold through Shopify, so you'll be able to buy them directly from us at SpaceBetweenEntertainment.com. We're looking to launch at the end of this week or top of next week. We're going to put out a big blast when we do launch. We're just working out some kinks, but this is the big plan that we've been having for quite a while. We want to, offer a more direct way to purchase our stuff. To backers, we always get comments after the Kickstarter ends. Where can I find this comic now that you're off Kickstarter? And they've been mostly on Etsy, but now we want to integrate it in this way. Chris, maybe you could speak to this about how we're going to be showcasing this on our website.
We're going to have the shop linked to the website, spacebetweenentertainment.com. It's going to be a good opportunity for people to get the full catalog eventually. The collectible items, shop exclusives, a lot of cool stuff down the pipeline.
Yeah, those trading cards that have been exclusive to Etsy will now be on Shopify as well, and we're going to work toward making Shopify the main hub for Space Between Entertainment purchases. And now let's roll into the releases. So what slipped from the last slate to this slate? We have Crush Island Killer. This is a book that we've been teasing for quite a long time. It's become a sort of recurring joke in our Discord that this book was announced last year and still has yet to come out. This book is certainly coming out. It's going to be the next collaboration between myself and Amy Shand. Together we created Clonsters, Prison Witch, and the Thirsty, Cheeky, and Steamy trilogy that served as the basis for Cheeky Comics. This is our next joint collaboration, and we have many more to announce in future slates. But first up is Crush Island Killer. Let's take a look at the full cover here. This is by Cindy Law. And this is going to be, I can't say exactly when in this quarter, but this time, I promise it is going to go live in this quarter. We're at work on it. We have a script. And the pitch is a trashy reality show turns into a bloodbath when a killer arrives on the set of Crush Island. And Shannon, perhaps you can speak a bit to the the overlap between interest in true crime and reality TV here.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody who's watching is a Love Island fan, but I'm watching the current season of Love Island. So yet again, I am also very excited for this series. I'm waiting in the rafters like the rest of the fans, waiting for it to come to fruition. But yeah, it's definitely going to be great. And I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, I personally can't wait. It's Amy and I have a very unique co-writing process. I've co-written with everyone who appears on this stream right now, and it's different every time. How Amy and I do it is together we break the story, and then I'll take our outline, break it down into pages, and I'll physically print out the script on paper, and Amy likes to write her dialogue by hand. So she'll hand write her dialogue, and then I'll go in and I will go through it and add my own dialogue and just turn it into the finished script. Hopefully, it won't be like Marvel with the Blade movie. I haven't seen a Blade movie since the many, many years ago, so I think that this means that it didn't come out. So this is not going to be like the Blade movie. This will certainly come out. Next up, Space Between. Let's talk Wild Wisps. Chris, if you can introduce Wild Wisps for us.
Wild Wisps is our awesome fantasy epic where awesome creatures bond together with humans, and they do household chores or they can destroy the world. It's like a big range of stuff they could do. It's just an amazing epic tale about Kino and his List Tonkarex. And Betsy is really bringing it to life. Bringing Pat's directions to life with an amazing landscape, amazing world, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And it's amazing what we could do with this. How many different directions we can go.
Yeah, the vibe of the story, it's sort of like Pokemon meets Game of Thrones, kind of like an adult take on a Pokemon Digimon kind of story, where it has those creatures, but the story is very adult. It's about a war that is fought between these humans and creatures. It's in an epic fantasy setting, and it has been one of our top ongoing series. We've done Destiny New York ongoing for years. We launched this as ongoing last year. We've put out 3 issues so far. The 4th issue actually just came in stock today. So we're here to announce that issue 5 is going to be on our Q3 slate. Here we have 2 covers. We have one from Cesar Mora and one from Koki Sato, who is actually one of the artists of the Pokemon trading card game, who we have featured on every cover of this series so far. And yeah, this has been a great joy to bring to life. I've always loved stories like this, epic fantasy stories, and my writing for Space Between has largely been a bit more grounded, modern. So it's really fun to get into a more high fantasy setting with Wild Wisps. And here's some more covers. We have 2 more covers here. The one on the right here is by Patrick Biermeyer, who is doing the bonus story featuring Ghoul. And issue 5 will bring that story to its conclusion, because the 6th issue, which will be the finale of that first arc, is going to be a double-sized issue that has the entire main story as the focus. It's going to be quite an epic finale. So we wanted to do a cover dedicated to that Ghoul bonus story closing out issue 5. And here are 2 more covers. These are by Sarah Floor, who has been such a terrific find. It was actually Lyrics, who is one of our other most iconic cover artists, who introduced me to Sarah Floor at New York Comic Con last year. And Sarah Floor has been doing covers for many of our titles across Cheeky Comics and Space Between. And these 2 featuring Queen Raina on issue 5 are going to be absolutely awesome. You can see here to the right, this cover, which has an alternate art from the cover to the left. This is one of our luxury variants. Now, luxury variants are a brand new kind of cover that we're doing, where it has an element that takes it to the next level of premium. On Give 'Em Hell, which is going live in beginning of July. We'll get to that a bit more later. Private Dance Las Vegas, we're doing covers that have spot foil, and you'll see the same on these. So on the one where Queen Raina's armor is seen as silver here, that's going to be spot foil to add an extra premium look to that cover. So for the rest of the space between slate, we're just going to sum it up briefly here. We have Destiny New York and Wild Wisps convention exclusives. That's actually live now. The plan was to launch that during Q3, but now that's just going to extend into Q3. We had to move some stuff around, so that's live now. You can see that in the description below. Click on that and get the convention exclusives that we've been taking on tour that feature a Sonia Matas and Coco Aspen cover for Destiny New York and a Sarah Floor cover for Wild Wisps. And then other single issues, we have Muse #1, which was originally in our Q2 slate, has now moved to Q3. That's going to go live during Q3. And we have Devil in America #3. Right now, we're working on wrapping up the art for #2. Then we'll get that into delivery. And before Q3 ends, we will launch Devil in America #3. Now, Cheeky Comics. Shannon, if you could speak a bit to the focus of Cheeky Comics for the past quarter as we prepare to move into Q3.
Yeah, so right now, actually, I think there's only 3 days left. We have Private Dance Las Vegas live. So we are going to be continuing with that with a second issue in this new quarter. So that one's really exciting because that one's with Ralph. And what else did we wrap up this quarter? Let me see. We wrapped up. Well, we had Cheeky Comics Sundress special. So yeah, that one was a lot of fun to make. We had our split cover with Amorini and Beast and Snow with Lifeline. That was a cool collaboration. So yeah, we wrapped up a lot of cool things, and we have more stuff coming.
And now we have a special guest here. We have Steve J. Speaking of Cheeky Comics, we have a giveaway. This is Cheeky Comics Annual 2025. It's the spicy cover by Elias Chazoudis featuring Kylie from Kylie in Public. So let's think of a question for this one. Here we go. What is the book? Name the graphic novel that Kylie first appeared in. It wasn't this. It wasn't her own title. She first appeared in a different graphic novel. The first person that names the graphic novel that Kylie appeared in will get this cover for free with their next Kickstarter purchase. Now, the way that we're going to do these giveaways is just type your answer in the comments, and we have a winner. We have Conundrum got it right with Steamy. Steamy was the debut of Kylie. So with the giveaway items, Steve's going to come back every 10 minutes or so. But what I need you guys to do as backers is please email us at spacebetweenent@gmail.com. Sorry. The list of projects that you've backed and your backer number and name on each of those. We'll be able to assign this. So tell us which projects you backed, the information, and which cover you want. So this is Conundrum, Cheeky Comics Annual 2025, Elias Chazoudis spicy cover. Let us know which projects you backed, and we'll get that into one of the ones shipping soon. So that's prize number 1. Now, time for some Cheeky Comics. We have Private Dance has been our ongoing title, our flagship title. Right now, the office is filled with mailers for issue number 5. We're getting this out right now. We are, I believe, 96% shipped on this project. We have only orders to go that have the Kiki card that had to be reprinted. So that's delivering now. And the next Cheeky launch on the main account is Private Dance number 6, which we see here has this beautiful Sarah Floor cover. Now, right now, live for the next few days is Private Dance Las Vegas. That is written by myself and Ralph Tedesco. We have Private Dance number 6 launching soon. Ralph, if you could speak a bit to Private Dance Las Vegas.
Well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas usually until now. Yeah, it's about it's a fun spinoff. It was fun to be invited to be part of this because I really like the Private Dance label. Like it was the first time I read it, I called Pat and I was like, dude, like this is really well done. Like just very like intimate, but also like it's got a soapy element, but it's also just real. And it feels like you really are invested. The way Pat writes, you get invested in the characters quickly. So when you asked me to do Private Dance Vegas, it was just kind of like exciting because it's not something I would normally write. So like delving into the story, when we cracked the story when we were at the story conference, this idea is really about. I loosely based it on a friend of mine. She didn't end up becoming a dancer, but she was a host of a men's like a men's review called Magic Mike, and we kind of based the character, this girl, on her, and she's hosting this sort of male review in Vegas, and not really making a lot of money doing it, and she ends up losing the job, and then her friend coaxes her to try out, why not try some dancing, make some real money. And then coincides with a group of guys going to Vegas for a bachelor party. And one of the characters reconnects with his love of his life, I guess you could say. I don't give too much away, but does that kind of give a little taste of what it is, Pat?
Oh, for sure, yeah. This was, we all brought elements of our life, people that we know, experiences that we've had into this, including Twan. Twan told us a hilarious story of his experience in Vegas that we're going to put into this book. And that's what Private Dance has really been about, is just finding these human moments to tell stories about. Because, people for sure collect the sexy covers, but we always want to give them a story to invest in and characters to root for. So, it was really fun to develop these characters together. Here are some more covers for Private Dance 6. So actually, first we saw on that first slide, we had this Luana Vecchio cover as the main cover for issue 6. This is continuing the main storyline of season 2 of Private Dance. And then we're going to have more Sarah Floor variants. This is a very Sarah Floor heavy stream. So we have here the regular and the luxury Sarah Floor covers of Private Dance number 6. We have Savvy with her regular colored hair, and then we have her here with her red and gold hair. So next up, this is going to be launching more toward the end of quarter 3. But it's a book that we've been all looking forward to for quite some time. Cheeky, Thirsty, Steamy, that trilogy of books was what got us started with Cheeky. The success of those 3 showed us that there is a desire for more stories that were adult but also character-driven. This is going to collect Thirsty, Cheeky, and Steamy by myself and Amy Shant in full color for the first time. It's going to be a huge omnibus, hence the name Thickie, and it's also going to include brand new stories. The covers are going to feature art by Rio Burton, which you see right here, Jen St. Ange, Othala M., and Stepan Sejic, who's returning to Cheeky for the first time since his work on Steamy. Now, we have more trades coming. I'm getting messages here that there's a connection problem with this.
I think Shannon might be having a connection problem, maybe potentially.
Is everyone else good? If you can comment here that you can just see everything and hear everything great, that would be very helpful.
Yeah, everything's looking smooth on my end, except for this AC.
Gotcha.
I want to know more about the AC.
So while just please someone comment that we're streaming well. Yeah, here we go. Everything looks good to me.
Okay.
I'll answer this question as well. If you win, please email spacebetweenent@gmail.com. Just a list of what you've backed. If you know your backer number and your username, that's perfect. But also, it would be a great help if you could tell us what you won. So, for example, Conundrum won Cheeky Comics Annual 2025 the Elias Chatzoudas cover spicy version. You can tell us that. We're taking notes here as well, but it would just make things a bit smoother if you could. But what we need is a list of what you've backed and your backer number on those projects. And everyone's saying it looks good. So unfortunately, Shannon, I think it's on your end. If you could, if you got to pop out and pop in, that's fine. Just let us know. But on the cheeky end, to continue the announcements, we have Only Friends with Pen is coming to trade. That's going to collect the entire series, 3 issues, as well as the introductory short from our very first annual. That's going to come to the Kickstarter very, very soon, actually. We have Private Dance 6 is launching first, followed very soon after by Only Friends with Pen in trade. Now, we have a big announcement here. So, Shannon and I wrote the first 2 issues of Nippy. That tells, each issue stands alone in a way, but also tells a more complete arc, a character arc between the sisters, Ellie and Annie. We're inviting a new co-writer on with the next few issues of Nip. I see Ralph is getting harassed right here. Let me. Very cute. What's his name?
This is my friend's dog Buddy, who needs attention 24/7, and I'm dog watching, dog sitting.
Very, very cute. So, Nippy, we're bringing a new co-writer on. The stories are still developed by myself and Shannon as well, but also now by Mr. Chris Moses.
Yeah, I mean, I'm part of the Nippy team now. I basically begged Pat to let me write Nippy, so he did me a solid, and now you guys are stuck with me. But actually, I think we have a really awesome story planned for 3 and 4 and in the future. So I'm glad to be on board, and I think you all will like what we are cooking up in the Nippy universe.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the script that's gonna be number 3. The story conference was fun, intense, chaotic, and what came out of it was a new direction for Nippy. So the thing about Nippy is that each issue can stand alone. You can read it and enjoy it by itself, but it builds on the characters as we move along. So Moses has a new direction for some of the characters, but those who loved the first 2 issues by myself and Shannon will still get that same flow of character from Nippy number 3, which is launching very soon, actually. And one more thing about Nippy 3 is that we're bringing on Valeria Delgato, who drew Amorini, is now going to be the ongoing Nippy artist and is doing an awesome job. So,
Well, I got it.
Oh, we have another guest appearance from Steve here.
Yeah, Steve.
Busting in.
All right, so we have a Give 'em Hell here. We have Give 'em Hell, Spicy by Paul Green. This is issue 1, correct?
Yes.
So let's see. Here we go. If anyone can name the company where I first worked with Ralph Tedesco, if anyone name that company in the comments, the first person to get it, and let's I'll try to give 1 prize per commenter. So if Conundrum, you're quick on the draw, so if you could set this one out, thank you, yes. We have a winner here. I'm gonna take it. It's ZENE Scope. I'm taking it. Pious Mayhem wins. The
Close
company
enough.
is Zenescope. That is close enough. You are the winner. Be sure to email us your information. You win the Give 'em Hell number 1 spicy cover by Paul Green. That is a big hit right there. All right. So here's some calls for more Amorini. More Amorini. Will we have more Amorini? The answer is yes, in fact. So the Amorini series, issues 1, 2, and 3, wrapped up that story, but there's a lot more to tell with these characters. We really enjoyed delving into the Greek and Roman mythology with Amorini. So I wish he was here already, but our co-writer on this title, Anthony Stokes, is actually, he's a hard worker. He's at the day job. He's going to come in here a bit later. But Shannon, if the Wi-Fi is not too bad, can speak to this Amarini story, which is going to be featured in Cheeky Comics Halloween Special 2025.
Hi. Yeah, hopefully I was having a little bit of connection problems, but hopefully I'm all good. Yeah, I love Halloween. And when we started doing our little individual issues, like Beach Party, the Sundress Special, where we have part short story and then the second part being like artist photo gallery type of thing. Went to Pat and was like, can we please do a Halloween issue? And then when we were discussing what the short should be, I'm a big Amarini fan, and that was my vote. And yeah, so like Pat said, Anthony Stokes is co-writing it and everything. And yeah, I'm really excited for this one too. I'm excited for all the spooky art that we're going to have. I love this cover art that's shown here by Eva Solo. So cool. But yeah, this is a really cool one. And for anybody who loves the fall season, I feel like this is going to be a favorite.
Yeah, I love how these specials have been coming together because they give both sections of the fan base what they want. So we have a story, and also those who love the covers get extra with the pinup gallery in the back. So the story is going to be 10 pages long, and then the rest of the issue is a pinup gallery of all our various characters in Halloween costumes. Let's see what's next. We got our Patreon. So find us on Patreon. Just want to plug this real quick. Every month we do. Where's Pat? Oh, this is Armand Nassim, who just hosted his Bridgerton ball. Man, I wish you were here. I would show off your portrait. That'll be in the upcoming Space Between vlog. Our Patreon. So we have a monthly variant cover that we sell exclusively through Patreon. If you back our Patreon at the $35 level, you get a monthly spicy cover on a Cheeky Comics title or a Dark Veil title. And you also get daily posts of digital content, which serializes our old titles, offers new content, offers some never before seen material. So,
Buddy. Sorry.
So our July cover is going to be a Countless Little Deaths #1 cover by Limart. Our August cover is Dark Veil #1 by Dravakis. And our September cover is going to be Death Goddess of Cthulhu #1 by the Zombros. You are correct. Some Zombros love, some Dravakis love. Big fan of all these artists. Actually, Chris, if you could speak to how it's been, you came on as publisher this year and have been taking a lead on booking covers. If you could, lean back a bit from the camera and and talk a bit to how it's been to work with these cover artists.
Check the AC again, though.
Oh yeah, I think it was about to blow up. All right, you guys can hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Take it away.
Yeah, I mean, we've got amazing cover artists. It's amazing working with them. And every morning I get to check my inbox. I'm having amazing artwork coming towards me. Let's see. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you want me to mention?
Who's a favorite of yours?
For cover artists, Sarah Floor is definitely amazing. She's been an amazing find. Lyrics has been a solid throughout all these years, and she actually turned us on to Sarah Floor. Mm-hmm. Let's see, who else? Paul Green.
Oh yeah, we have
amazing stuff. Yeah.
We have Give 'Em Hell 3, which we'll talk about very soon. Is going to have some awesome Paul Green covers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Ralph Tedesco himself with Black Crow Comics. We're continuing our collaborations with Ralph and his label Black Crow. Ralph, if you could give some clarity to what Black Crow is and our collaborations, that'd be awesome.
Well,
That's-
I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. So gotta help me. This is worse than the AC. Yeah, Black Crow and Cheeky. Space between, but really we've been doing Cheeky stuff together mostly, right, Pat?
Yeah.
We had Give 'Em Hell, which is doing really well for us. We also did look at these covers. That's obviously on the left is Give 'Em Hell, and then on the right is the Escort Lexi. The Give 'Em Hell is a really, I would call it a comedic action series about an angel and demon who team up to basically save Earth. Really fun, really lighthearted, but like we have a lot of fun writing it. It might be one of the most fun books I've written in a while. Aside from a book I wrote for Zenoscope called All Guts No Glory, which is a lot of fun too. And then the Escort is a little bit different genre. It's about a high-end escort named Lexi who gets recruited by a government agency to take down this syndicate similar to like an Illuminati. And the reason they recruit her is she has a military background. And now she's like making a ton of money as a high-end escort, working with couples, and she's recruited and gets involved with this really mysterious supernatural sort of order, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. People are being taken, they're being killed, and she's trying to get to the bottom of it. It's got some comedic elements to it, but it's definitely more grounded. It's definitely more action thriller with a supernatural twist to it. So those are two of the big titles we have going on right now. Aside from, obviously, we talked about Private Dance Las Vegas. Issue 2 of both of those are shipping soon, right, Pat?
Yeah, we have Give 'Em Hell is mostly shipped. We're at 78% shipped on Give 'Em Hell number 2. I was just in here working on that, as well as Private Dance number 5. And the Escort 2, the letters just came in today, I believe. So that's going to be off to print as well this month, which gives us the perfect time to launch issue 3 of Give 'Em Hell and the Escort. Both of these will be live through the Black Crow Comics and Cheeky collaboration account this quarter. And we also have something that we can't reveal yet, but Ralph and I will also be cooking up a new number 1 to launch together this quarter for Black Crow Comics and Cheeky. Or space between, that is.
We can't say yet what that is. We'll wait on that.
We'll wait, yeah. Maybe we'll do a stream for that one.
We shall wait.
Now, next up, we have Dark Veil, which is a universe that we've been collaborating on. We have Chris, who is the group editor of Dark Veil here. We have Chris Moses, who is one of the co-writers of Dark Veil. The three of us, and Shannon as well, have been in writers' rooms for the past year and a half, working on getting the first slate of Dark Veil live. And we're getting toward the end of that first arc. We started with Dark Veil number 1 that introduced the entire universe. Then we introduced our flagship with Death Goddess of Cthulhu. We launched Vampire Queen of Miami earlier this year, and now live on Kickstarter. Now you can see in the description below a link to Demon Time number 1, which is our 4th launch. The 5th one is Death Goddess versus the Dark Veil. That's going to close out the first arc, and then we're going to get cooking on some other stuff. But before we talk about that, we have another appearance from Steve J., Vice President of Space Between. What do we have here?
Wild Wisps 0.
Yes, we have Wild Wisps number 0. So this is a tour exclusive. We're actually live right now with this on Kickstarter, but you can get it first here by just winning it. This is our Randy Stewart cover. This is exclusive to our tours and this Kickstarter. So let's see about Wild Wisps. Here we go. The first person to name a wisp from Wild Wisps who is not Tonkarex will win Wild Wisps #0 tour exclusive. Now, if you already won, please sit this out. But everyone else, name a wisp from Wild Wisps that is not Tonkarex, and you win this cover. So while those come in, let's dig into Dark Veil. Chris, Moses, if you want to delve into a bit of what the Dark Veil universe is and how it's shaped up.
Yeah, totally. So Dark Veil is obviously Pat Shan's brainchild that we all collaborated on through multiple writing rooms, as he said, and sort of evolved into what you guys are reading right now. We have this first story arc, which is the 5 issues that we all wrote together, and we all brainstormed together. And obviously, it's a spinoff with the character Death Goddess from Pat's title, I Summoned Cthulhu to Fund My Kickstarter. So if you want to know where she came from, make sure to check that out. But this is also its own standalone universe, so you can just jump in and read this awesome action-packed horror based sort of a genre a publisher, and it's really awesome. We have a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline, but first we have the conclusion, as Pat was saying, with Death Goddess versus Dark Veil, which is something that we've been building up to for, I guess, a year now, right, Pat? So it's been a long time in the making, and we have a lot of awesome covers, and it's a wild ride, I'll say that. So we want to thank everyone that's supported so far, and you'll really enjoy how this story arc ends, and hopefully what we have in store for the future. So
yeah, we have this beautiful cover here by Sonia Matas and Coco Aspen, who've been doing all our cover A's. This is a gorgeous one. We have a winner as well. Kevin has named Tepaza, who actually appears in this issue. Let's flip to it. See if you guys can see. There's Tepaza right there. You are the winner, Kevin. Please email us your information, and you get the comic for free. Now, Chris, we're closing out the first arc of Dark Veil here. But if you could speak a bit to the future of Dark Veil, perhaps tease some things that are coming up and how you see this universe going.
Yeah, we've got some amazing stuff coming up, guys. We've got gladiator battles. Imagine hot chicks with fighting awesome monsters. That's coming down the pipeline. There she is right there. There's Glory. And it's all about fighting cryptids in a place in the underworld. Down there.
Yeah, this is called Dark Veil Arena. This is going to be the first launch of the next run of Dark Veil titles. We can reveal that here. This is going to be a Q3 title. Stokes could speak more to this when he pops on, which should be pretty soon.
But speaking of favorite cover artists, there we go right there. All the cover A's for Dark Veil. Sonia Matas, Coco Aspen. They're amazing.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
So happy we got that cover deal for all the cover A's.
Oh yeah,
it's like a beautiful thing, when you see them all together and stuff. It's like, wow.
Yeah, so the vibe is like gladiator versus monsters. We have a gladiator character now in our Dark Veil universe, and this is going to be the shape of Dark Veil moving forward into the next run of titles. So for the first run of titles, they all tied together in some ways. Now we're going to introduce characters and let them be their own story. So for example, Vampire Queen of Miami, it told her story while also building on the overall storyline of the Dark Veil Descends. Dark Veil Arena is going to stand entirely alone. This is a character who you may see showing up in other books in the future, but we wanted to give her a standalone intro that didn't tie into anything else. And we'll have one-shots in the future for characters like Yukiana, but we'll also, in the future, bring back Death Goddess, co-written by Chris Moses, for some more adventures. If you could tease a bit of that as well.
Well, we have a lot of cool stuff planned for Death Goddess. Don't want to spoil what's coming up with Death Goddess and Dark Veil, but the story will continue, and let's just say there's a lot of there's still some problems between Laura and Death Goddess that they got to work out. So we will see that over a few issues in the next arc, in this next phase of Dark Veil. And yeah, I mean, this is some stuff that we all cooked up together. And then obviously Pat Chan put the final touches on it, and yeah, it's an awesome story, and you'll all be really happy to see what happens when we finally get it out there.
Yeah, it's been fun seeing it all shape up. We started this company almost 10 years ago now. It's our 9th anniversary coming up this October. And it started out as Shannon and I with Destiny New York. And it has now grown into a monthly publisher. We launch almost every week with a new title, new issue. So it's been really interesting seeing new universes grow, because for the longest time it was Destiny New York, and then we try other offshoots. We would try Prison Witch, which was its own thing. But now we're finding that we can build these other franchises within our company, like Wild Wisps will have titles spin off from it and be its own world. Private Dance it now has multiple titles. Dark Veil has multiple titles that build these universes that cohabitate in Space Between. So Shannon, if you could talk a bit to the growth of Space Between.
Oh man, even what you just said, I mean, we have grown so much and made so many different things at this point. I mean, we've made things like Clonsters that is like all ages, all the way to Only Friends with Pen. It's wild how like broad of a reach we have. And I mean, getting to be a part of all that since the beginning too has just been such a perspective to have. And I'm proud of us, and I'm happy with where we're at and where we're heading. I think things like the Shopify, drop is going to be a huge game changer too, to get our books into more people's hands and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy how there's always still a well of more like interesting titles to come. Like we're never running out of ideas, which you'd think you'd have some writer's block or like this or that, but because we all work together and bounce ideas off of each other, we're always thinking of new things to do, and it keeps it fresh and interesting, and we have each other's backs with that.
Yeah, it's fun to try new things, like I remember when I was writing Countless Little Deaths, I even told the copy editing chat, I was like, yo, if this isn't as good as my usual stuff, you have to tell me, because I tried something different with my dialogue style and the pacing there. I just felt on that one, Manos' style was so grounded and evocative in how he drew certain things that I wanted a bit more pulled back than my normal, like dialogue snappy style, So I find myself in collaborating with these artists, I want my writing to fit what they're bringing to the table. So I've been trying to stretch myself as a writer when I see these artists trying different things. I feel like it's on me to meet them, to try new things myself, to stretch my own self creatively. And having you guys around has really helped me do that. On the titles with Ralph, I find myself writing, in genres, in modes that I wouldn't have considered if I was writing solo. And the same with Chris Moses as well. And we have some Manos love here. I agree. Manos, we have great stuff planned for him. He went from Only Friends with Pen. He moved to Countless Little Deaths. And his destination after Countless Little Deaths is going to be hopefully something that makes everybody happy. I couldn't be happier with what we have planned for him. We can't say it yet. That's about a year off from now, because Countless is going to run for 4 issues. We've had a 2-issue, 3-issue miniseries, but Countless, the story is it's bigger. The original plan was to do 2 double-sized issues, but now we're going to stretch to 4. We have here though our convention slate. Is that here, Steve? No. This is our slate. The one that we're not fully booked on is Fan Expo Toronto. The plan was to have it booked by now, but we're kind of like working out some kinks there. But this is our hopeful slate. The only one that's not for sure is Canada. And we have Steve here. Last one?
I'm here, last one.
What's this? Yes. The perfect choice. So we have a holiday coming up. So we're going to offer the final winner one of our holiday spice covers. This is Private Dance number 3, our 4th of July holiday spice cover. This is by the GOAT, Manos Lagovardos, with colors by Hedwin Zaldivar. So let me see. The first person who can name a dancer from Club Love who is not Sabby is the winner of this cover. Let's see who chimes in. So yeah, we have, there we go. Trask Smith takes it. Close enough. It's RAYVN, but just like Zenoscope, I'm going to give it to you. Trask Smith is the winner of Private Dance number 3. This is an awesome one. Happy 4th of July. All right, so yeah, we've had some help also by Ralph, who has really helped us focus on conventions in a big way. I hope that we'll be able to see Ralph in more of his cons as well. The ones that are more local, you'll be able to see Chris, Shannon, Moses, all of us appear, hopefully. But the plan is July, EternalCon in New York, TinyCon in Jersey, August, Terrificon in Connecticut, which I think that you're running, correct, Chris?
Yep, I'll be running that one.
Awesome. Fan Expo Toronto, more on that to come. We're still working it out. The hope is to be there. And then in September, we have Mockingbird Lane in Texas. That one, that is a horror convention. They hit me up and they're bringing me out there. So maybe you can come out too, Ralph.
Well, we're at Mockingbird Lane. Do you know where it is in Texas? Maybe.
I do.
See here.
Not know offhand.
Okay. Seguin. It's an hour south. There you go. From Austin.
There we go. All right. And finally, we're bringing Space Between Entertainment and Cheeky Comics to Whatnot. We're going to go live with our Whatnot streams in mid to late Q3. We want to make sure that the Shopify gets the focus that it deserves and launch that in the best way possible. But soon we're bringing Space Between Entertainment to Whatnot, where you can see live auctions, talk to creators live, and pretty much hang out with us as you buy our comics.
Nice.
Now, unfortunately, it looks like Stokes did not get here in time. We're wrapping up now. If you want to give final words for each person, I'll start. I just want to say, as always, thank you so much to our backers. Thanks to everyone who came through and hung out with us here. To Chris Moses, Ralph Tedesco, Shannon Lee, and Chris Halton. It's an honor to collaborate with you all. It's an honor to be working with all the writers and artists who make up Space Between. It's been the joy of my life to bring these stories to life with you guys, and I cannot wait for what is to come. Chris Moses, final words.
I mean, well, thank you, Pat. Obviously, I appreciate you for bringing me on and adding me to the Space Between family. Long Island Mafia, always. And yeah, so I hope everybody watching tunes into what we have in store. And, check me out at Red Sea Comics. I have my own stuff as well, so make sure to check me out. And, yeah, thanks again, Pat. You're the man. And, yeah, it's Space Between now.
Hello. No, thanks for the kind words. I'm really glad to be working with all you guys. It's been a great time this past year collaborating as I started my own label as well. And it's just been a refreshing change of pace for me. And I'm sorry I'm not part of the Long Island Mafia, whatever that is, but go Eagles.
Well, next time you visit, we'll do our making ceremony for you. Okay.
The what ceremony? Oh, you're gonna. Oh, do I have to like get beat up or something?
No. Just a bit of a blood draw. That
yeah.
You're Raven watching. Who knows?
Okay, cool.
Mr. Chris.
Hey guys, I just want to thank all the backers, thank the team. Space Between is an amazing team to be a part of. We couldn't do it without the backers and their input. Like every time you guys drop a little comment or a suggestion, it all helps build these worlds out. Like there's titles that we thought might be a one shot, but then you guys give comments. Oh, I love this character. We hope there's more of this character or that character, and anything's possible nowadays. We can make it happen. Teamwork makes the dream work, and Team Space Between, we got each other. We got the fans, the readers, and amazing stuff coming down.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'll speak briefly to this. Nippy, of all titles, was designed as a one shot, and then it became our top selling single issue ever. So we thought, okay, people want more Nippy. There's never a shortage of ideas for more characters. And I do want to say too, we have Victoria in the chat who has, for 2 questions, chimed in right after the first person chimed in. So I want to say, Victoria, email us as well a list of what you backed and your backer number and name. I will give you a gift as well. And then finally, we have Shannon Lee.
I just want to give another reminder that you can stay on top of everything that we have coming out through our socials and everything. We're on everything. We're on X. We're on Instagram, Facebook. We do have an active Discord where we chat about things. You can make suggestions, ask questions. We drop some sneak peeks there too. And then this is the first year we did make a Patreon, and that's been very exciting. And we can give even more of a behind the scenes look on there. We have a newsletter to subscribe to. There's so many different avenues that we have for you guys to stay on top of all the different things that we're doing, because we're doing so much at once, especially with different imprints. Give us a follow through some of those different ways. Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. We hope to see you on Whatnot, on our Shopify, and on our Kickstarters. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the team here for being here and for helping us make great stories.
Thank you.